All right. So, welcome to the Team Rise Up Beautiful team call. I'm so excited to talk about this because it's coming in at the perfect time because I had all summer off because I work at a school, and now Tuesday we are going back to school. So, I have to really get my butt back into full-time job, and then this is my part-time job hustle. Okay, so I've had the luxury of being able to work the business all summer anytime I wanted, literally 10xing everything and doing all the things, but now I really have to dial in and work really smart, and I don't want to burn out. So I figured sharing these tips and tricks that I'm going to implement this last week of the month, setting myself up for success for the whole school year. And you guys can use this whenever it pertains to you, if you're in a busy season of life, or if you're finding yourself getting burnt out or overwhelmed with certain things, okay? So what I noticed, the first problem is if you're not a full-time coach, like if this is not your full-time gig, and you're treating it like you are full time and you're overbooking yourself, right? Like you're like, oh my God, I just saw this full time coach send 100 invites. I got to do that. I got to do that. But then you're trying to catch up. And then that creates overwhelm. Okay. And then another thing is that we're watching other coaches rather than putting our blinders on and doing the work. I see this a lot. Like, especially at Summit, I noticed like a lot of coaches were like, oh, did you see someone else's story? Did you see this person's story? Did you see this? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I was just like inviting. I was doing power hours. Like I don't watch their stories because I'm focusing on my own business. And honestly, I will look at someone's story, but then I just get overwhelmed myself. So I'm like, why would I do that? I'm like doing my own thing. I'm like speaking my own truth, and I'm attracting people that are like me, and I don't want to act like anyone else, and I want to just do what feels good for me, right? So I want you guys to really put your blinders on, do what's good for you, and act like a part-time coach. If you are a part-time coach, build your hours as a part-time coach. Don't overwhelm yourself and try and fit everything in at any second of the day, okay? So really reevaluate, are you overloading your schedule? And then the goal, I think, is finding a healthy balance that can be sustainable. For me, when I first started, I took it into overdrive, and I got so mad at myself when I didn't get this amount of invites in, or I missed something, I missed a goal for the day, and I would beat myself up so bad. And then that created, in turn, burnout. And then I almost gave up on myself 100 million times. I just want you to find a healthy balance. I want you to find something that is sustainable for you. My schedule might not be the same as your schedule. Your schedule might not be the same as your coach's schedule. So you need to find something that works for you and figure out how you can help others find that as well. Okay? So the takeaway, treat it like a business and not a hobby. If you want it to be a business, you need to treat it like a business. Think of it, let's say if I showed up at the school and I was like, I don't feel like teaching class right now. Like, kids, you go sit over here. I just don't feel like teaching. Like I would get fired. I would get fired immediately. And so this is my business, and I'm running it as a business. So don't expect to have a powerful business with a powerful hobby mentality. I saw that quote. I was like, ooh, that kind of hits you right in the gut, because it's like, honestly, am I doing the things that, like, what it takes to do the business and to get the results that I want? Or am I saying I'm doing it and it's just a hobby type thing? Okay. All right. So the common things and themes that happen that I am hearing all the time. So you're working full time and you're struggling to hit Success Club, or you're not really moving your business forward, which in turn causes guilt, overwhelm, which in turn causes a coach to fall off. So if you've recruited coaches and you're like, all right, do this, and you're giving them so much overwhelm and all of this stuff, and then you're seeing them feel guilty or feeling like bad about themselves because they can't do something, and then they ghost you, right? Has that ever happened? Because it's happened to me, and I feel like they have not found that schedule that works for them, the rhythm that works for them, the making it simpler instead of making it overcomplicated, right? So what we need to do is, as part-time coaches, we really need to 10x our power hour, not 10x the time. So in your power hour, those need to be focused, intentional time. And I struggle with this because I am a squirrel. I'm like, oh, a notification. Oh, over here. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these pretty graphics and all of these things. But it's like that power hour is your hour to get shit done. And I am going to take that power hour so seriously when I start school next week, because that is literally going to be probably the only like set hour I have to work during the day, because sometimes I get really overwhelmed and stressed during my school day. And the last thing I want to do is talk to people because I feel like my energy is not as high up, you know? So I want to be able to really put focused, intentional time in that 1 hour. Okay. And I can do that for my business and for my clients and for my coaches. So you need to think of that same way. All right. So the next thing is tracker system. Do you have a tracking system? And stick to it. If you aren't tracking and referring back to your trackers, then you don't have a business. You're just wasting time. I was listening to a call this week and she was like, okay, so are you tracking your business? And everyone's like, yeah, I'm tracking it. And she's like, okay, cool. So are you referring back to those trackers? And then everyone was like, oh, like kind of, like, am I really? And then, so I was like, oh, that's so interesting, because you're tracking, you're writing everyone's name down, but are you going back to those when you need to do your follow-ups? Do you have a system? Are you going to wait 5 days, a month, or like a week or 2 weeks or whatever to get back to the people that you invited? I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm trying to get a simple system to figure out, all right, on this day, I'm going to follow up with those people. On this day, follow up with those people, and then write it on my tracker. I'm trying to find that system. So again, I'm not perfect. I'm just trying to show you that tracking is key. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about. Sunday or your free day schedule. So for me, Sundays during the school year are like my catch-up days, prep days, okay? So I always see this as my biggest like cleaning day, like meal prep day, grocery shopping day, and like chill day. But this is also a great day for you to really prep your week up and to save you so much time in the long run, okay? So my plan for my Sundays going forward is going to be 20-minute intervals, and I'm going to set timers. I'm only going to do a certain activity every 20 minutes because I can't just sit here for like an hour or like 5 hours, you know? Like I've noticed that this summer. I was like, oh, I'm going to sit here for 8 hours all day and I'm going to get everything done. And I'm like, oh, did I just hear a bird outside? Like, what was that? And I like would get so distracted. And I'm like, all right, Shin, 20-minute intervals is like my key, 10 to 20. So I would set my timer and I would do 20-minute invites. Then I would go maybe unload the dishwasher or go play with Molly or go grocery shopping quick and then go for a walk or something. And then I'd come back, 20-minute intervals. Then I would go do something else. And then I'd come back, 20-minute intervals. And it just helps me in my Sundays or my chill days to like really like focus on certain things, but not feel like, oh my God, my head's about to explode. I feel like I have so many things I'm doing. And I really just took it step by step. All right. And then for each thing, I'm planning the week ahead, a rough sketch. So think of like your schedule. I wanted to just show you quickly. I kind of was started to plan like my day at work starting next week. So this is a rough schedule. I have no idea if this is going to actually like work out because my work schedule will change, like just my lunch schedule changes, like classes change. So I haven't put my preps or lunches in yet. But I wanted to show, like, just create a rough schedule like this. The blue I have right here is all Beachbody work. So in the morning, I'm going to be doing like wake up, energize, affirmations, really like get my morning started right. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to do my workout, all of this. And then after my workout, I'm going to plan this because I know this is like the best time. Upload my workout video and respond to any messages or prep a post. So prep my post for the day. prep the post wherever, if you want to prep a post for your challenge group, for your coach group, for your social media. My biggest thing, I would get to work. I know this last year, this is why I put this in here. I would get to work and I would be like, shit, I haven't even uploaded that I did my workout today. I haven't even like done anything. I just did my workout and then I was so busy running around and doing all my things. So if I just upload my workout video, get that done on my Insta stories, that way people saw I worked out up and early, okay? And then I scheduled in, the red is my like getting ready in the morning and like getting ready for work, and then red is work, okay? So all of this time in here, but I want you to know that right here, I am also going to be adding in little power pockets. So I have preps during the day. Sometimes during those preps, I literally have nothing to do. So I could go out to my car and go do invites, okay? Every time I go to the bathroom, I intentionally spend like 5 extra minutes in there because 1, I want to hide from everyone, and 2, I could be connecting and like talking to people, liking posts, finding new, go to one hashtag each bathroom break and be like, all right, I'm gonna like 20 photos on this hashtag real quick, boom, 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 and they're like, oh, Shannon, are you in here? No, I'm done. I'm coming out right now. Like, all right. So I just connected. There's one task done. Okay. And then, so I always notice coming back from work that my power hour, I did not want to do it, but that was the only time I could because Justin's not home yet from work. And I always wanted to be able to be home and be present when he gets home from work, just to relax and talk to him. Because I noticed when I was working all the time, and then I would come home to work on my Beachbody business, he was getting neglected and he felt like left out. And I want to be I don't want to do that. And that kind of caused like resentment. So I want to have my power hour done before Justin gets home. Okay. And then when he gets home, we can go for a walk with Molly. We can go do errands. We can prep dinner. And and I scheduled in. The yellow is like my free time, me time, personal time. So I scheduled in literally walk with Molly / errands. Okay. Think of what you need to do. Do errands, relax, watch a Netflix show if you want to schedule that. Schedule personal time. Don't forget to take time for you. And then I have dinner and relax with Justin. Okay. And then I also have prep for team call and then team call. Okay. So this is going to change throughout the weeks, different times. I'm going to add in appointments. Like you see on Saturday, I have like a hair appointment, grocery shopping. Like I'm scheduling it out. Plan for it. If it doesn't go to plan, that's okay, but at least you have a rough draft. That's really what I wanted to get at. Give a rough draft of your week so you can see little power pockets of where you could schedule things in, okay? Another thing, if you have like family, friends, significant other, let them know what time your power hours are and a team call is. Those 2 things. All right, I'm told Justin today, my power hours are from 3 to 4, if I can, 3 to 5, depends when he gets home from work, every single day during the weekday. I told him that. I said, if you're texting me, that's fine. Whatever, I won't answer until you get back from work, okay? So those power hours are your non-negotiable. Make them a time that you know you can stick to every single day. I don't care if it's 3 in the morning or midnight. Whatever time you can make it work, because that is your business building activities. And what I like to do, I always have a list, like a piece of paper in my workout area or next to my bed, because I always have 100 ideas and things to do running through my head right before I go to bed. And then also when I'm working out, I'm like, ooh, that'd be such a good idea. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. I need to do this. I need to do this. So always make a to-do list. I always like to do a to-do list. And I put a line down the middle and I write personal things I need to do, like toothpaste, like get groceries, go pick up the bill at somewhere or whatever. And then the other side is coaching activities. Okay. And then maybe like, don't overwhelm yourself. Be realistic. Another thing on Sundays is scheduling out your challenge group posts. This is amazing for the Challenge Tracker app, and you can schedule out posts on your Facebook. If you're in my group, I'm already scheduling them out, so no worries there. That saves you a bunch of time. But scheduling out your group posts. And then brain dump content ideas. Think of things that you want to post throughout the week. Sometimes I do notes. I just write down a brain dump, and then if I'm stuck on an idea, I will go back to an idea I had and then build off that. So guys, I created a brand new tracker for you guys. This is taking everything off of the Success Club system tracker, but the step 2 one, and literally you can check it off. So I wrote initiate connections, post on social media, IG story update, respond to new likes, invite, follow up, and check in with your challenge group and your team. So you can just put like a little check mark on each one. And then on the back, so you guys could print these out and put them in a folder. I'll put them in the team page. On the back, I have, so you'd print it front and back. So on the back, you could track your invites and your follow-ups. I've noticed this helps me because on the back of the tracker, I actually have to put a date up here, so I'll fix that. So that way you can have a whole notebook full of these things and make sure you did them all, okay? Okay, so another thing is, once you start building a team and having more clients here and there, you always feel like you got to micromanage everything and do everything and help everyone and answer everyone's questions all the time. But you have to think about it. No one else would be here unless you didn't work on your business first, right? So your business always comes first. You're always in builder's mode, right? You're never in manager mode, okay? So always building your business. So create to-do lists starting with things you need to do for your business, and then move on to your client and coach's tasks, okay? So if you haven't done your power hour for yourself yet, you best believe you're not checking in with clients and coaches. You better be getting those invites in first, right? So AKA your power hour first, then help your clients and coaches. So here's an example. You're going to sit down at your power hour. You're going to do 10 invites, 50 new connects, 20 people to follow up with, email blast to old clients and prospects, post something on your social media. Then once you've done all that in your power hour, which that literally could take 30 minutes right there. You could do that really, really quick. And then you can go answer messages with your clients and your coaches, okay? And get back to messages on your Instagram or whatever, or Facebook. So this one I really, really like, okay? So run groups with other coaches and delegate tasks. So I'm going to start doing is I'm going to ask you guys to start helping me with calls or power hours or go live in the group and see, like, share something that's working for you this week, okay? So run groups with other coaches. Like me and Shauna, we run our teams together now. We run a challenge group together now. We do all of the stuff together. We're Success Club partners. We talk all the time. So having that support system and someone that really can help you if you're like stuck and you can't, like, let's say you just really can't post today, that person can come in and help you. You know, it really does save your butt, and it helps you stay accountable as well. Cause you're like, well, I can't let Shauna down. You know, it's like, I have to do it. And then another hack is the Crash Facebook newsfeed. I don't really use Facebook much anyways, but this used to be very helpful for me. So you can Google Kill Newsfeed extension. You can add that on your thing. It literally just takes away your newsfeed. So if you're one that scrolls on Facebook because you get distracted, it will just it will disappear, and they have a quote there instead. It's actually kind of cute. So using timers to keep yourself on task. And then this is another thing that I learned at Summit. A lot of the top coaches kept saying this. They said, I don't have any notifications for Instagram or Facebook Messenger or Facebook or email. I have no notifications on because it distracts them when they're doing their power hours, right? Like, think about it. When you're like doing invites and then you're like, oh, someone responded. Let me go check and stop what I was just doing and go check and see what they said. So I've started doing this since Summit, and I actually really, really like it, because then, especially when I'm just hanging out at home, and like not working, I'm not distracted by my phone going off every 5 seconds, okay? So another thing that I think I want to do with everyone here is to open chats instead of one-on-one calls. So from now on, I think on Sundays, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to just open 1 hour Zooms, probably around noon to 1 p.m. or whatever. I can do a poll to see what works for everyone else. I will be on Zoom. I'll be working. If you want to hop on, you can ask me a question, or we could just do a power hour together. I think that would be fun. You could have your coaches come in and join me. You could log in and just do your workout if you need that extra accountability. You don't even need to say anything. I'm just going to be on Zoom just like this, and we can talk. You can ask me questions, any opinions or concerns, and it could just be a hangout session. I think that would be great, and then it would be a way for us all to meet and discuss what's coming up for the next week. And you can start implementing this with your coaches if you'd like to as well. Another thing, work smarter, not harder. Google Streak is very, very helpful. My emails haven't been working that well for me, but I mean, if you're a person that loves emails and your tribe likes to email back and forth, that might work well for you. There's tons of trainings on Google Streak. I think I did one actually before. So just go to YouTube and look Google Streak Beachbody and you'll find some. And then make sure you and your coaches' profiles are public. So that's another thing I want to make sure you guys have public profiles. And then I think it'd be fun to tag each other's in our stories. You don't need to show that we're tagging each other, but that way we can share each other's Insta stories. That way, let's say it creates community, first of all, and it showcases that other people are doing it too. It's not just you talking all the time, right? So it's like, I could be like, oh, hey, Molly, she just tagged me. So I'm going to reshare her Insta story on my Insta story. And then I'm like, oh, cool. Look, she's doing her workout too. Oh, look, she's working from home too. Oh, look, she's a busy mama and her toddler's running around her. And, it's just shows you that you're not alone. And then it could be a quick, you're on the go, you're at work in the bathroom. And it's oh, quick, reshare someone's post. And it shows that you have a team. You're doing things with other people. It's not just you working your business. So you'll see me starting to tag you in things. So if you want to reshare mine and you tag me in yours, I'll reshare yours. That way it just creates that community. Okay, cool. So find what isn't serving you each week and delegate where you can. So I know this might sound insane, but this summer I invested in a assistant for my Instagram. I'm testing it out. It's nothing crazy. And I just joined this virtual assistant Facebook group, right? And I just posted, I was like, hey, does anyone want to engage for an hour a day for me on my thing? And so many people got back to me. I paid this girl $50 for the month. She went in every day for an hour and engaged with my followers. I got 2,000 followers just in 1 month from that. So I'm saying delegate things that are dragging you down. And it's I love to do that, but it was so time consuming. So it's I'm going to keep that because it's that was so worth it to me. I've met so many more people. I've started more connections. I would see people comment back. And so I would go in and then I'd re-comment back, and then I'd go to their profile and see if I really, really like them. If I really like them, then I would make the initiative. I would message them. I would follow them and talk to them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm it just made it so much more easy for me to find new people because I had this girl in the background helping me find more people. I said, go to my hashtags that I'm using, go like those people, comment on 3. She did the 5, 3, 1 thing for me. And it was just super nice. So if you feel like that, if you want to make an investment in your business, look up for some virtual assistants. I'll show you the groups that I'm in. They do graphics if you hate doing graphics. Or think of it, find your power pockets. If you have someone that you live with or someone you know that is really good at something, one of my friends here, she's so good at graphics and creating stuff. So I talked to her the other day. I was could you help me make some graphics for my business? She's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it for free. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. Delegate where you can. Think of your power pockets of time. So, for example, Justin and I are planning a trip. Actually, we just went to Long Island to visit my brother. I made him drive the whole way, but I hate driving, and it's probably better that I didn't drive anyways. But anyways, so I was like, all right, I can work this whole time. So I literally sat there and was working, and we were talking. I was connecting with people, and I was inviting, and then waiting for a teacher to get to your class. Let's say you're in school and you're waiting for them to get there. You're just sitting there scrolling mindlessly. Make those little minutes throughout your day like beneficial for you. Okay. Lunch breaks. So I'm going to be working in my car at work during my lunch breaks, probably because I don't even like to hang out with my coworkers anyways, but I'll save that for a different day. And then waiting for Energize to sink in. Bathroom breaks. I'm always in there during the day. Pumping or breastfeeding. So I was talking to someone and they said this is a great time to do it. I'm not a mom yet, but I'm like, hey, I mean, maybe. And then while your children are eating, checkout line at the store, like let's say you're at Walmart and it's like a mile long and you're like, oh my God. So that could be the time where you could be connecting with people, right? Cooling down from workout, that could be your time to be putting together your workout video, and responding to messages or crafting a post, taking pictures, taking content pictures. When you're in the car wash, just think of those silly little things, like moments of your day where it's like, wow, I just wasted like 20 minutes just standing here, like scrolling on my phone, and catch yourself and try and fix that and think of those minutes that you could use wisely. So monthly planning in advance. So this one is from, it was from a Beachbody Champions page, but I started doing it just for this summer, just to like test it out. And I'm prepping one now for September. So I will share that in the group with you guys once I'm done. But she literally just wrote like things that she needed to do to remember for posting in her team page, or launches or events that she needed to remember, or things that she wanted to talk about on social media. So you could find a blank calendar on Pinterest or Google or whatever and print it out and plan it. If you are a planner, I know like I am, I love to plan things. I like lists. I like pretty things. So plan what you're going to be doing for your content. Like go to Pinterest, look at content ideas, monthly content calendars, and go from there and be like, all right, Mondays, I'm going to share like a motivational quote. Tuesdays, going to share a recipe. Like Wednesdays, like a certain workout move I like, or something like that. And then plan when you're doing a sneak peek, or when your challenge groups start. You can always put mine down, so that way you can start talking to them in your group and your posts. Just having a rough draft of your month ahead of time just gives you less overwhelm. And then a lot of coaches I've like listened to, some of them do assign certain tasks to certain days. I don't know if this would help me, but I just like my power hours and I like to do all the tasks in that 1 hour, but it might help someone. I don't know. So I wanted to share it. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, you could do just inviting during your power hour, nothing else. Tuesdays, Thursdays, you could just do follow-ups during your power hour. Saturday, Sunday, you could just do content prep like during your power hour. And then find what works for you. So I don't want you to take the, like, I don't do that, but I know some coaches do. So think of it. There's no set way of doing it. Just find something that works for you and that you can stay consistent with. And then that's, again, finding a tracking system and stick with it. So for me, I'm just pen and paper. I did the streak. I did some other system. I've done like a bunch of different things like TeamZ, all of that stuff. The pen and paper just works for me because I can bring it anywhere. Like when I was like traveling, it was just easier for me to write someone's name down, like a username, rather than typing in my phone and like exiting out of the app and then go to a new app. It was just easier for me to write everything down and then go flip back for my follow-ups. So either if you want a planner, have a whiteboard for your calendar, like calendars on your desk, a little notebook, whatever you like. Find something that works for you. All right, so I just took this from the Get Shit Done Power Hour thing that happened in the Upper group with Gabby, and I'll repost this graphic, but I just thought it was really cool, all of the things she's like shared. So number one, have you posted on social media, responded to messages, send thank you messages, new invites to challenge group, coaching, follow-up messages, and then new connections. I really, 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 really like this. So you can go through and just see if you like literally put a check mark next to one if you've done it. And I love how she goes, all right, so have you posted on social media in your feed and in your stories? I like that. Because make sure you're talking in your stories and you're showing like your daily life and all of that stuff in your stories. I like how she showed the thank you message, all this stuff. I'm going to post this whole graphic for you guys after the call. This I wanted to show you because I just found it and I thought it was kind of cool. So when you're planning out your month and you're like trying to plan the content, let's say you print out the September calendar and you're like, I want to plan what I'm going to post each day, like just in case you get stuck. How about this? Like, look at all of these. Like every Monday, choose one to write. So like, let's just say what's tomorrow, Wednesday. So we're going to do Wednesday. Tomorrow, we could all shout each other out on our stories being like Woman Crush Wednesday and share each other's profiles. Hey, there you go. There's some post ideas. And then we can all post on our feed. Like a girl boss post like a screenshot of us talking right now, like post something, like do a lifestyle post about your dog, your family, your hobbies, share like top 5 tips of you, like who are you, like healthy recipes, whatever. So go through this list and maybe plan it out. And that kind of might help you with overwhelm. I'm going to print out a calendar for September. And on each day, I'm going to take one of these ideas and just write one idea for each day. And then I'm going to post about that idea. It's that way it can be quick. I use, I'll show you. I use the app Plann. It looks like that. Plann, Plann. I use this because I'm trying to get my like page more cohesive. So you can like see posts before you post them, right? To make sure it like looks cute and looks good next to the post that you already posted. But I love, you can draft your post in there and then you can click copy and post whenever you want. You can set timers, reminders, you can edit the image in there if you'd like. But I find myself like, I'm going to be doing this like on Sundays. I'm going to craft like at least Monday, Tuesday's post, or at least a couple posts. If I want to use them, I don't have to, I can use them later on. But enter any of your ideas in there. That way you can just be like, all right, oh, I'm in a pinch. I only have 5 minutes, but oh, look, I already crafted my post. Done. Good to go. And you can like save hashtags and all of that stuff. So that's a great app. It is free. I think you can upgrade to stuff, but I mean, I just got it just to be able to draft a post and see the feed all in one spot. So that is it. I think I'm good. Do you guys have any questions? Oh yeah, preview is good too. Yes, I had that one. I think I was going in between the plan and preview. So those are perfect. All right, cool. So I will post this for you guys, but I hope that helped. And I hope you have a great night. I'll see you later.